Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Star Wars Galaxies Emulator. So today we are doing the Waypoint exploration badges, the point of interest badges for Naboo. There are 4 of them. I'm actually recording this right after the Trivia Librarian because we're already on Naboo, so we might as well get the most bang for our buck before we head home. And the exploration badge videos are a little harder to edit, so I wanted to give myself a little more time to play with it before we do that, because there's a constant amount of cutting out and cutting in the videos. So I kind of wanted to give myself a little bit of time to edit the video up. So that's probably how we're going to do these. I'll probably do them on Saturday and upload them on Sunday. So Sunday is going to be our point of interest exploration badge days. So here we are in Naboo, and we're going to start with the Dee'ja Peak Waterfall. And the reason we're starting here, we flew into Theed and did the Trivia Librarian already today, but the problem is we're going to fly out of Theed, so I figured I would do that one last. So we're starting here in Dee'ja Peak, and I will put these waypoints, like always, in the description of the video. All you have to do is copy them into your client. And in order to get this one, Naboo's easy. Naboo, you don't even really need to be buffed or anything. All we got to do is run across this bridge, through the town. And Dee'ja Peak is actually one of my favorite cities on Naboo. I really enjoy this town. It's got a great presence to it for such an underused and unappreciated little town. And now, all we have to do is run over here, find these rocks. And the good part about this game is there is no fall damage. So you can't fall. So you can just run straight up this vertical cliff. Watch out for that rock. Go around the rock. And now we're going to swim a little bit. And right here. So even though the waypoint says it's up there, going around that rock right about here by this bush got it for us. So this is where we got that badge. If you head towards the waypoint marker in the description, stop by this bush, you should get it somewhere around the bush. And that is the Dee'ja Peak Waterfall. So we will unhighlight this one. And then in order to get back, we just go down around the rock. On Naboo, the only thing you have to have in order to complete these is enough money to take the shuttle, and I think there's one that actually is good to do with a speeder, so they're pretty easy. But there's no danger or combat that I remember. If we find any, you'll definitely see it. So, and then we are heading off to our next destination. So basically this is to progress us forward in our quest for qualifying for Jedi. Not all the point of interest badges are required, but we're getting them just because. Might as well. But these are the ones that count. And I like stuffing the badge section full of stuff, because when you look at a character, it oops. Is there shift 1? You can't examine yourself, but when you look at a character, it shows you the badges they have. So it's a little more impressive when you have a bunch of badges. So that's what we're doing. So anyway, I'm going to take the shuttle and reach our next destination, so you can meet us there. So I'm be right back. Okay, we have taken the shuttle to Queen's Market, which is right here. And we are doing the waypoint for the Gungan Sacred Place. So Queen's Market is a neat little town on Naboo, and you fly in right in front of their mall, which I have not had the opportunity to check out, but that is not the purpose of this video. So we are not checking out the mall at this time. We need to go to the Gungan Sacred Place, which is this way. It looks like they have a lot of things for mercantile here. So maybe we will come back at some point and do a feature on this town. And by the way, if you do manage a town and you would like me to come visit and show off your town, let me know. You can either message me in game or send me a message on YouTube, and I'll be happy to stop by and we can wander through your town and show it off. There are some aggressive things on Naboo. Nothing too terribly hard. You can see bully bowls, which are rontos or pikettes with horns. And you can see the Fambas, which drop Famba hide, which is very useful in crafting. They're kind of tough. There's a bunch of aggressive stuff over there. Not sure what. Something over here. Exile Gungan. So they're evil Gungans. Anyway, combat is not our point of interest in this video. So we're flying in, and here's these heads. And right next to Boss Nass, we can get the Gungan Sacred Place. So here are the Gungans. Some of them you can attack, some of them you cannot. Boss Nass is here, so if you're standing in front of Boss Nass, you should get the Gungan Sacred Place achievement or badge. And feel free to entertain yourself by dizzy knockdown on all the Gungans and watch them flop around like a bunch of fish out of water. One of my favorite pastimes for sure. And then we head back to Queen's Market. And we will move on to our next point. Looks like somebody's got a pretty big mining operation going on there. And I also said I would do a resource special. So that should actually be up now, because I'll be doing that. Well, maybe we'll do that a little later in the week. I think 2 videos in one day for Star Wars Galaxies is enough. Where is your shuttle? It says your shuttle's over here, so could make a waypoint for it, but honestly not going to worry about it. But let's turn off the Gungan nonsense, so that's not in our way. There's the City Hall. It was right around the shuttle port, right there. Alright, and we'll pick this up again in our next destination. Alright, we are at our next destination. We have flown into what is called the Lake Retreat. And this is a very scenic location on Naboo. So here's the shuttle port, and the waypoint is extremely close by. I actually thought it may spawn up when the when we shuttled in, and almost it's so close to the shuttle. So you get these great views from these little houses here. And you can go down here and look at the overlook. What we are going to is Amidala's beach. Now, that's the lake retreat. You should remember this from episode 1. Or episode 2, sorry. We are going to swim out to this little island. And don't worry, nothing in the water can attack you. But also remember, you cannot attack anything in the water. So if you are PvP flagged or whatnot, you will be at a disadvantage if you're swimming and someone is not swimming. Because if I am within range, they can shoot me, but I cannot shoot back while swimming. And we get it right by this rock here. So swim out to this island from the lake retreat to this rock, and there you go. And this game is open world, so you can swim as far as you want, and eventually you'll stop. It won't, there's no fatigue to try to kill you. There's no creatures in the water. You cannot swim down. You can just look down. As you can see, there's nothing in the water to see. I don't even know why they bothered to put terrain under the ground, or with the ground under the water, because it has no impact whatsoever. Maybe swimming was going to be added and was never bothered. But Star Wars Galaxies is so old, there is no plane for being up and down. The axis really doesn't exist. And now we will do our final one, which actually we don't even have to pause the video because it is so easy. We'll just run back to town. And go to the shuttle. There's a lot of artwork, and the tavern here is really nice, so definitely worth checking out. And now all we have to do is fly back to Theed. So let's go buy our ticket. Can't jump the shuttle. We're going to fly to Theed Spaceport, which unfortunately puts us a little further away than most of the shuttle or the spaceports, but that's okay. It's close enough, and we're actually going to end up there anyway. But I did want to show you the inconsistency with the Theed Spaceport when you shuttle in. Most of them you shuttle in right next to the shuttle. Theed is the only one where you do not. So just be aware of that. It's kind of unique in how you get there. But I hope this helps you to get through the content badges and the points of interest badges because we've accumulated quite a few. We're at our 10 badge mark. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we've got 12 now. And there are at least 125 you can get. So we're going to see how far we can go. We're going to get a few of these. We're going to get most of these, and we're going to get this one, this one, this one, and this one. And we're probably not going to do too much with the Corellian Corvette, and we may or may not do the racetracks. Eventually the pilot one will open up and we can do some of those. We'll see how that works out when it opens. But we will get through them as we can. And these are the Mark of the Hero quest line, which we may get to do as time allows. There are a lot of running around, so we will get to those later. Okay, and we're flying back to Theed now. And now, as you can see, Theed puts us, just kind of dumps us unceremoniously outside of the starboard. So instead of being right next to the shuttle, we are outside. So what we are going to do for this badge, because it's the quickest way to get there, is we're going to run into the starport. There's the ticket terminal. There is the starship terminal, which is not working right now. And we are going to run through the starport. And as you can see, there's the bays where the fighter ships were in episode 1. And we are going to go outside the starport. And around the corner. You can also go around it, but I just find it easier to go through it. Because that is the around the starport right there. Okay, and up the easy little hill here. And I'm trying to remember where this one spawns up, but my waypoint is a little off, it looks like. So we just have to run around here a little bit. Wait for it to recognize it in the water. There we go. So, right at the base of it, in the water. So our waypoint's a little bit off. So you can run to the waypoint and then just go down so that you're just outside of it in this lake here. And it's kind of distorting the graphics because of the water. I guess it's fog. But there's where the waterfall comes down. You can see our waypoint marker at the top. So go to the waypoint marker that we have flagged and then just run down the waterfall. And right as you get to the bottom, that's where you will get it. And then you can run right back up the waterfall. Your mileage may vary as far as running goes. We're not very fast for running. But we get there eventually. Anyway, those are the point of interest badges for Naboo. So hopefully that gets you past that. And the more badges you have, the more likely you will get Jedi. There are some that are flagged for specifically for getting it, but I like going above and beyond, and I like developing my character a little bit more. So getting these badges is kind of a tradition. They're easy to get. I mean, none of them are terribly hard. The only one we had trouble with was the underneath the Tuscan Fortress. So we got past that, and we're all done with Tatooine except for that one. We'll come back and get that one later. We just need more defenses. So once we get more defenses, we'll head back down there. We just don't have it yet. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start editing this and schedule it for upload tomorrow. So you guys will be able to follow along. If you have not done the badges yet and you're playing, start with the Tatooine one if you like. Work your way up to this one. And then next we will probably do another basic planet like Corellia or one of those. And that way we'll get to the more elite advanced combat ones later to give you guys time to catch up with your skills. So that is how we are going to handle that. We're going to do the basic ones first, then we'll do the advanced ones later, and probably the last one we are going to do will be Dathomir, and we will knock out Dathomir when we can handle a lot of more combat. So, because Dathomir is a pretty harsh place. It's not that it's, you could do this as an artisan even, or as a entertainer. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very hard to show you where they are and wander around and give you the exact pinpoint location of where it triggers and talk about it. So it's hard to be a little bit more stealthy while doing those things. So this will get you going. Once we get more skill and more defenses, we'll go to Dathomir because we're going to go there anyway. And then that will be the final planet we do. So we'll hit the other ones first. But we're going to do the basic planets first for the people who don't have a lot of combat skill yet or don't feel comfortable wandering through hostile planets. Chances are good, though, if you feel comfortable wandering through hostile planets, you can do them in any order you like, and hopefully by then all the videos should be up. But this will get you content badges, and wow, we're moving fast, aren't we? Almost there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this so I can start editing it and get it ready for you guys to watch tomorrow. And I think we're stuck on a rock or something. And that way, one thing is if you're bad at terrain negotiation, if you go at an angle, you will move quicker. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this and you enjoyed the rest of the series. If you did and you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And definitely would love to have you subscribe. If you enjoyed this video or this series, go ahead and click the like button. Could definitely use more of those. And I will catch you guys later. Take it easy.